my friend, it's Pat Sloan here. So guess what this is? This is Shark Week. So we're going to talk about Shark Week. Also, it is Make-A-Wish. So we are in the next section of Make-A-Wish. And at the end, I have a walkthrough of the new Virginia Quilt Museum's building. Well, it's not a new... It's an old building that now is the home of the Virginia Quilt Museum, an old historic mill. And I went down for the opening, Greg and I did. And so I have a little walkthrough so you can see it from my perspective of being there with so many wonderful other quilters. So that'll be at the end. Let's first do Make-A-Wish. So the Make-A-Wish is a charity quilt along that we're doing with the Fat Quarter Shop, and they host this sew along. They design the quilt, they give out the sections each month, and then we have all done donations to the Make-A-Wish. There will be quilts then that will be donated, mine included, and we're getting down to the last few months of the quilt along for this. So this is the last block. Then we will have a border on the top and the bottom, and then a pieced backing if you choose to do that. The pattern for that will come along, and I will be doing that. And like I said, mine will go up for auction as well as theirs, and probably a few other people's. And I think they'll probably raffle them again like they did last year. So the raffles were very successful because more of you were able to get in on a raffle, and so I think that they're going to do that again. So our last block is the tree. Look at this. So I am using my drawing room with the blue fabrics on this medium gray blossom by my friend Christopher Thompson. And so I debated back and forth, white tree, blue tree, whoops, white tree, blue tree. So they're both the same. So I went with the blue because I really wanted to keep the quilt very blue with just accents of the red and the white. So there we go. So this one, there we go, put the blocks in, and I'll go ahead and get the other camera here and we can see it straight on to see how it looks. So exciting to get to this point. The Make-A-Wish quilt patterns are always so spectacular. Look at this. Look how awesome that is. Their quilt is on dark navy, and I always do mine in different fabrics and some sort of different colorway so that you can see it in, so you can just see how it looks. It's something different. So I don't want to do the same thing that they're doing. And I love the pops of red. So here we go. So that means like last week I was able to sew these. You know, I sewed last month I sewed those rows there, and then I have these two sewn and those two sewn. So now I'll just sew these and then I can finish. So those, then I can finish and put the whole center together. So that's the goal for later today, to go ahead and get that all put together. And here's theirs on the navy, which is also stunning. It looks so great. And I've been keeping my blocks stored in these great big bags. This is a great big zipper bag. This one's by Tula Pink, and our ambassador, my friend Barbara, suggested maybe the big 18-inch board would fit in here, and it does. And they have more, as I'm filming this anyways, there was more of these the big dino bags that came in. So if you are thinking about it, grab one. But the back has that on it. And then it zippers from the side because it's so big. But the side zipper makes it super cool and easy to get it out. So that I just do this, and then for the blocks, all I have to do is open it and slide that out, put the blocks on here. It has kept them so nice. This has just been delightful to use. I'm really, really happy. I have the two of them. I have the owl and I have this one. And they live down here. In my koala table, I have a slide out, which this is, I think, originally done for hoops, for embroidery. And I use it for big rulers, for some of the rotating cutting mats, and things like these big bags. They all stay in there. So and also some of the other design boards. So other design boards that I'm using also go under there. Okay, let's talk about okay, we'll do Shark Week last, but first it is chocolate day. Of course it's chocolate day. If you have quilts with chocolate on it, no, not like chocolate, like from your hands, like, you know, images of chocolate, maybe fabric that's got chocolate candies on it, share those. It is also Lego minifigure day. I was not a Lego kid. My brothers weren't Lego kids, so I didn't really grow up with Legos, but I do think that they're quite an amazing and creative toy for people to use. And so I just think it's great to celebrate Lego minifigure day. I'm not really sure what minifigure day is, but I just thought it was fun to share. And it is the start of Shark Week. Actually, yesterday, Sunday, was the start of Shark Week, which started quite a few years ago now, where one of the networks wanted to have a fun summer theme, and so they decided to run shark-related movies, you know, like Jaws, over the summer week, this 1 week in summer where they could call it Shark Week. And it's just become a big thing. And I think it's actually fabulous. I love it. So this is an Elizabeth Hartman pattern of the shark. And so it's the social shark, and I have a pillow made with her. And I also have the plaids to do the pattern, just like the pattern to make a bigger quilt, because someday I do want to do that. The teeth are a tad bit challenging, but oh so worth it, right? They are worth it. They are so fun. My pillow form for this one right now is a little small. I think the bigger pillow form, I need to figure out which pillow it's in. But anyways, it works pretty good. I also have a couple things I want to show you that friends sent me. This was one of our friends sent me one year. This have a fantastic day. Isn't that great? I love it. I love it. In our Animal Crossing, there is an event that goes on, a fishing event, and the guy, CJ, the beaver, he's a beaver figure. He will talk about all kinds of ocean and fishing and sea things. He's pretty funny. So this reminds me of him. And there is a free pattern from American Patchwork and Quilting Magazine for a shark fin pincushion. Here we get him going. Going through the water. So I have a couple of the friends are here on our community, sent these to me over the last couple years, and so I keep them and I get them out, and I'm going to put them on my dining room table in the little tray thing with all the little knickknacks, because that's fun. It's just super fun. All right, I have a few other things. I finished the spooky guy. So I need to show you, because now he won't go up now for a couple months, right? So here it is. I did the wave stitch on my baby lock. So many of you have a wave stitch on your machines. If you don't, just go get a baby lock. Use my links. So here is the wave stitch, and I went top to bottom the same way. I did not rotate. If you rotate, I think it tends to pull and make things not quite so nice. So I don't rotate. I just, I don't reverse. I don't reverse directions. They're all from the top down, all of them. And it was, being this long, it's a little bit challenging because I don't like to mark. So every couple of them I measured and I made some little adjustments with some straight pins, so I could follow some straight pins, just to make a little adjustment to keep them basically the same distance, because it's very hard when they're this far down to do that. But look at that. Okay, so here's the backing. Remember the witches? Remember the witch fabric? And she's knitting and doing other things. Yeah. So, and it's just so fun. And I just love that it's done. I love that it's done. Now I also went, and for this little pink cart, I decided to put kind of the current projects in here. Okay, so I've got like the current things going on. So this is this guy, the web. Okay, so I've just got all the fabric. I've got everything in this bin, and I'm just leaving it here for right now because I need to cut the next strips. And then down below I have those big from Jason and Shannon Jason's book. So I have done 2 of them, and right now I'm just keeping them here because I might do like once a month. This is not in progress, so this needs to move. I should take it out. That's what happens. And then I've got the yellow squares. Whatever I'm doing is down below, so I've got those. And I'm working on the Liberty box. So what's going on with the Liberty box? So I have the center. I've got it trimmed. And remember, I did not buy the finishing kit. So that means I had to use my own fabric. And I went and got that one plaid that I found I had enough of. And so here is the plaid in the top and the bottom. And then I have the next set of fabrics all around it. And what I've also decided to do is make some of the pinwheels with this same plaid. So I'm adding in another blue to the pinwheels. That way I feel it'll be more cohesive and make, just make it all come together better. And so I have got, let's see. Yeah, so I've got them all, I've got some made, and I have the other two sets cut and trimmed and ready, but not sewn. So I'm working on those, which is not bad. So I don't think that's too bad. So that's where I'm at with those things. And that's kind of the deal. Okay. I am going to, let's talk about the Virginia Quilt Museum. And then maybe I'll answer a Q&A at the end that I kept. So Greg and I went down. We didn't get there right at the opening. They had an opening ceremony, and we didn't make it there in time for that. So we were there about an hour after that, and it was popping. There were so many people, and it was so fun. They did a lot of raffles. You had to be there to win, so that kept people kind of engaged and interested. There was a little bit of catering, some snacks, some cookies, some little finger sandwiches, then water and sodas and things like that, all on the lower level. It's so great. So let me run a little video I put together of clips and just some other video I took, a couple of video while I was actually there. I was very loud because there were a lot of guests. And then so one video I actually took out the background sound. And so you'll just hear my voice because it was, there was just some super loud conversation right close to me, which on video picked up really, really loud. So I just eliminated that, and you'll just hear my voice on that one. Let's go. Here I am at the sign for the Silver Lake Historic District, and the mill is right behind me, which is now the Virginia Quilt Museum, all but the lower level, which we're going to see the lower level. It is actually available for communities and people to rent, and also for the museum to use. Alicia talked a lot about that on her videos about the museum. So the museum director. So you can go take a look at that. I wanted to show you that they had great parking for this event. There were tons of people. It was so amazing. The community here was all out in Dayton to celebrate having the museum move to their community. And we're up here on the front porch now. Look how cozy that is. See a couple of people rocking there, taking their time. There was a local winery here. They were doing raffles. The entire day was just so amazing. So let's go inside. This is the view as soon as you walk in the door. Like I said, there were a lot of people, and it's an old mill, so you're going to see it's very rustic with the wood beams, but then it's got the nice crisp white painted ceilings and beams. I want to show you a close-up here of the hanging and the lighting. This is all the things that they had to have installed since they made the decision to relocate. So they were doing all kinds of work in this mill to get it ready. There's a gift shop just to the left. There's lots of super cool things. Just gorgeous, gorgeous items that people have made or that are, produced with museum logos. And even my books are here on sale. So fun, so fun. We also have the plaque for the 1856 Society, which is a donation that you can do to the museum, and then you have your name put in your plaque. And Greg and I have done that, which we thought we just wanted to support the museum. Okay, so let's go on up to the second floor. So I'm up on the second floor, and this is a little alcove area, and then you can see over into the other room. But I just wanted to show you this, see how it looks. Where I immediately saw Alicia. Here she is. She was super busy, so I didn't get a chance to talk to her too much because, as you can imagine, the grand opening, you know, she was overseeing everything and hosting the museum for all the guests. So the space up there has so many gorgeous quilts in it hanging for this for the opening. Just beautiful. Let me run a little video for you. Well, I'm up on the second floor, and I just wanted to show you. It's really open. They have a lot of all the new lighting, the new hanging, and this is the opening day, so it's quite busy, and there's lots and lots of people, which is so exciting for the museum. And then this is a conservation room, workroom, probably classroom too as well. So just a little peek. There's Mr. Greg. Now, I mentioned this room on the video. I said it was the curator's room, which that was wrong. This is actually the library, and it is open all the time so that it will have educational items in here. There's actually a treadle machine. It didn't have a thread in it that day, but there was a treadle machine. So different things like that are in there. Here, I'm going to show you this hallway picture. Where the curtain is where the elevator, once it arrives, will go in. So the ADA compliant elevator, for those of you visiting that will be using it, that's where it comes out. Here's some little mini machines they had on display. So fun to see those. Another picture here of the landing where there's a nice little table and people can play a game. They had some games there and people were playing games, or sometimes somebody need to sit down and check something on their phone. Now at the back here, you'll see the staircase. So we're going to go up to the office level, which was open this day. Oh, wait. Before we go to the office level, little mini quilts. I forgot to show you those. The little mini quilts that were hanging in the library area. Okay, so let's go upstairs. And this is the office area. So it has all the quilts in their storage boxes in this gorgeous climate-controlled office area. So I did a little video, so let's watch that. So here is the new quilt storage. These are the quilts. Isn't this glorious? And this is the upper area, which will not be open to the public generally because it is going to be offices. You can see conservation table, office area, and of course they're still working on getting that part done. And back around, there's the curators. Okay, and back around to the quilt storage. I wanted you to see the curator table here. Now this upper area is not open to the public, although there will be times when it is available for you to visit. So you just want to contact the museum. You might be able to do a special tour. You might be able to pay for a special tour. So contact the museum. Now the lower level, which is, I just want to show you a couple things. It has all this millwork down here in the lower level because it's a mill. So there's a lot of historic items that are not removed from the mill. So if you love history, you'll really love visiting. And then here's a quilt. Isn't this quilt gorgeous? I love it. And then a little peek outside where you can see the mill running. So there's this lake that is right behind it. There's lots of visitors who come and will walk around the lake. So it is just an incredible thing. So I just want to end it here showing me again right outside the front. This is all new decking that they put in, ADA compliant ramps, so that everybody can get into the museum safely and enjoy it. So I hope that you will visit them in their new home, which is just down the road from the old one. Wasn't that fun? We had such a great time. I hope that all of you that are close enough that you really make an effort to get to the Virginia Quilt Museum. They're right off the highway. There are places to eat in town. You can go around the area and see other things. So, just make an effort to support quilting. You are a quilter, you enjoy the hobby, support the museum. And if you want to get a subscription or become a member, you can pay for membership, yearly membership, and the link is in the description box below. And of course, I had to support the museum by buying this cute little bag. This was made by someone. Remember I said like a lot of things were made by people. There was really darling pin cushions and other things. This little bag was made, and I walked around with it after I bought it. And so many people said to me, "Oh, I was going to buy that." And I'm like, you were too slow. I got it. I saw it, and I grabbed it, and I bought it right away. I thought that's darn cute. Okay, I had 2 questions I'll answer. One was people asked me a lot about what nail polish color do I have, what lipstick color do I have, where did I get my tops. I put a little thing under every single video about that, so I don't really answer those anymore. Just go under the description box here under the video, and I have some basics to tell you, what I use. And the other is I had a question about, do I always have the top and the backing thread color the same? No, I don't. Sometimes I change it. So the top thread color is more of a gray, and I used actually a dark brown on the back. So all you have to do is test your thread and your tension. I have the dark brown in the bobbin, gray on the top. Do a little test on your fabric to be sure that your bobbin tension, your needle tension, all the tension is good, so that you're not pulling that color up and making pops of color on the front. That's a no-go. You don't want to do that. So as long as your tension is good, they meet in the middle in the batting, and so it works out perfectly. I find it works out really well with the walking foot stuff because the tension's always really good. You might have more issues when you're free motion quilting if you're having issues keeping your tension and your speed and everything correct when you're doing free motion quilting where there's no computerization involved and no feed dogs involved. It's just your hands moving. So just do some tests and see what happens. All right, my friend, it is time for Make a Wish. I can't wait to see yours. At this point, you can show all this once you get your tree blocks done. Let's see some centers of your quilts. So I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. Thank you for supporting the Virginia Quilt Museum. I love you, and I will see you online.